the ongoing vaccination campaign is a paramount priority. Measures to protect affected households may be needed to buffer lost employment income. On the longer term, prudent policies and actions to boost private investments, diversify exports, and increase productivity can help Bangladesh reach its upper middle income development vision.
Bernard, and then Matthias for the keynote presentation. Thank you. Over to you, Bernard.
In this edition of the Bangladesh Development Update, we have a special focus on strengthening connectivity and logistics. You will remember that we launched the Thriving report a couple of weeks ago. As the pandemic reshapes trade and supply chains, the logistics sector can support the recovery in Bangladesh and drive improvements in its competitiveness, which will be important as Bangladesh graduates from the least developed country status. Improving logistics performance would help Bangladesh maintain its position as a major player in RMG manufacturing while diversifying its export basket.
Presentation on the Bangladesh Development Update. And today I'll make a brief presentation on recent economic developments and the outlook. And then this will be followed by a presentation on how connectivity and logistics can help Bangladesh strengthen its global competitiveness, which is important. The economic impact of COVID-19 is really reflected in this chart. There was a very sharp drop in activity in the last quarter of FY20 as movement restrictions were imposed. But by January 2021, many types of activity had returned to or exceeded pre-pandemic levels, indicative of an emerging recovery. Data on rising electricity consumption also confirms this pattern. However, as you can see on the right-hand side of this chart, the outlook has become less clear. On one hand, the mass vaccine campaign began, offering hope to end the pandemic. And on the other hand, we see the impact of rising infections and new lockdowns. I'll start by just talking about growth from FY20. As you all know, the global economy had a very challenging year over the past 12 months. The impact of COVID-19 in emerging market and developing economies was particularly severe. Output from this group contracted by 2.6% in 2020. In Bangladesh, widespread disruptions impacted the economy in FY20, but growth remained positive. In the industrial sector, we saw that output declined very sharply as RMG orders were suspended, but rebounded as orders were reinstated in early FY21.